Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, Kildare Clubhouse, Summer Camp, the ending of week number 3. We're about to turn around week number 4. Pretty soon we'll be out of here. But the trips are coming along. There's a lot of things going on now in the building, now that we're in the groove. So we have a lot to talk about. Let's introduce ourselves from my left to my right. Give me your name and your age.
Hi, my name is David and I'm 8 years old.
8 years old. Is this your first podcast, David?
Yes.
Oh, man, my man. First timers. We still got first timers coming along. Next.
Hi, my name is Kimberly and I'm also 8 years old.
Is this your first podcast?
Nope.
Okay, that's what I thought. And last but not least.
Hi, my name is Chloe and I'm 8 years old.
Chloe, your first podcast?
Mm-hmm.
It is? I'm going to give you the whole thing. All right, well, guys, thank you very much. And for the first time, I didn't know we still had 2 people that didn't do podcasts. Today's topic, who wants to tell them the topic? Yeah, tell them the topic.
Today's topic is, how was it about going to the pool yesterday?
Oh, how was our swimming trip? Because the week before, we didn't go swimming because it was raining. It was a thunderstorm. So we didn't go swimming. So this is kind of our first trip to the pool. So who wants to tell me the experience? David, what was your experience yesterday at the pool?
My experience yesterday was if without goggles you can see underwater, and I tried it and it was possible.
Yeah, of course. You could have asked me that. I could have told you. Sometimes in the beginning when you open up your eyes, it looks a little cloudy, but then once you keep doing it, it just looks like you're looking through water. Your eyes might get red, though. Did your eyes get red?
Yeah.
You didn't notice? They didn't burn at the end of the day? They didn't bother you?
No.
No, then you're good. Some people, it does bother them and the eyes get red from the chlorine. But other people, it just doesn't affect them. So David was one of those people. He opened his eyes. David just saved $2. He didn't have to buy goggles. He just opened his eyes in the water. So that's a fun fact for him.
I also opened my eyes underwater too.
Did your eyes burn?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not, your eyes, I guess, a little different than David's. What was the why you guys need to open your eyes underwater? Like, you're not swimming that far or that deep.
But to see where we're going.
Yeah.
You don't need to see where you're going. Just look in front of you and swim. Go right across. Are you swimming underwater?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Just trying to swim underwater, and that's why you need to see where you're going, because you could bump into someone's head or something like that.
That's why they make goggles.
I don't know why they make goggles.
I did have goggles. I just left it in my book bag.
You left it in your book bag, so you wasn't prepared. You have to be prepared. Was there something that you liked the most about our trip yesterday?
About our trip, it was good and most exciting because when I was under the water, my friend Samaya, she said to do a flip underwater, and I tried doing it, but I was too scared that there was going to be water in my nose. But when I did, I actually did it.
Yeah, usually when you do things underwater, the water's not gonna go inside your nose. There's gonna be water, in your face, but it's not gonna go inside unless you breathe in. So if you're there and you go and you breathe in, the water's gonna go through your nose. But now, if you're breathing out, like if you're breathing through your nose and you just go and you breathe out, it'll just be little bubbles and the water will come out your nose. So that's a little trick when you're underwater. And it also, since the water is kind of it kind of lets you do flips that you can't normally do, like if you was on on land and stuff like that. So you could do like a split, you could float, you could do little things like that. Was there something else that you enjoyed about the pool?
I enjoyed playing with my sister.
Oh, all right, I forgot. She's supposed to be working. She's not supposed to be playing with you. Just letting you know. Nah, that's cool.
I enjoyed spending time with my friends and swimming.
Okay. Did you like the amount of time that we were in the water?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do a lot of stuff in the water. How long you think we were in the water?
For 3 hours.
Pretty much. It was pretty close to that. It was like almost from like 9:45-ish to about, well, the older kids got out at 12:30. So it was pretty much almost 3 hours. So you got a whole 3 hours of being in the water, 2.5 hours, let's say. That's a long time when you're in the water. Now,
That's why when we get back to Gibbs Bay, some people fell asleep.
not some people. I would say 80% of the people fell asleep. And then there was another 80% of the people that could eat almost anything. So you usually when you get out of the water, there's two things that happen. You get out and you wet. That's one of them. But when you get back to the clubhouse, you're very tired and very hungry. So, did you guys feel any of that?
The most I
Ow.
don't like is when we got out the pool, I was freezing cold because the wind kept on passing by.
Yeah, that's something we can't control. When it's a day like yesterday, it was like 80 something degrees. It wasn't really, really, really hot. But on the days that it's like 90 degrees and more, then you won't really
I
you
was
won't really hate
most
those.
tired than hungry.
I hear you. Whenever you're playing with water, you usually get very tired. David, so what were you? You were hungry or you were tired or both?
None.
None? You just got out the water and you was okay with it? You're a special type of guy because the chlorine don't bother you. You get out the pool, you're not hungry, you're not tired. A lot of people were tired. Even staff members were tired. I was tired yesterday. I was very tired. I went home and I was like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. And I didn't really swim much. I just stood in one little section, kind of, making sure everybody was okay. So I was still tired. You gotta move your hands from your face. So it does take a lot of energy from you.
Yeah, last time when we were walking, I saw you in the pool.
Yeah. Now also walking back once you're tired and you gotta go up all them steps and you gotta go all them hills and all that. And that's also tiring. Is there anything else that you liked about yesterday's trip, or something that you kind of didn't like?
I like when I went in the water because I haven't went in the pool for days.
Okay.
When I went underwater and I opened my eyes were like normal. It didn't get red and it didn't bother me.
Okay. David had the same experience as you. Sometimes, depending on the pool, sometimes my eyes get red, sometimes they don't. Um, I usually don't try to swim underwater or open my eyes in a public pool. I do it like when I go to a family's house and they have a pool. I do it in a private pool. I usually don't do it in public pools. I don't like to open my eyes on the public pool. But I mean, I could do it if I want to. Is there? Well, yesterday you would hope that it was a little hotter, but it was cold when we first got there. It was only 84 degrees, I think, and the water was cold. That's gonna happen all the time because we're gonna be like one of the first groups in the water. So there's not gonna be a lot of people splashing, a lot of people in the water. So the temperature is gonna be pretty low. Is there anything else that you liked about yesterday's trip?
My friend Samaya, she was too scared to go in the water because it was cold.
Anybody had that experience? Did anyone feel like the water was cold?
A little bit.
David, did you feel that
It was
the water was cold or no?
A little bit, but when I got in, it felt a little bit. But when I was staying there for like a few minutes, it started to get warm.
Yeah.
It felt warmer.
yeah, it felt warmer. But first when I went in, it was cold. But I stayed there like for a little bit, so I got warmer.
Yeah, usually when I feel like it's cold, I go under the water and I stay to like my shoulders so that the wind doesn't hit me, and I pretty much stay like that the whole day. So sometimes when you see me, like, especially in the back, I'm basically just standing on my knees so that I can stay under the water, so I don't freeze myself. But hopefully this week when we do go swimming, it's gonna be. I looked at the temperature; it's supposed to be in the 90s, so it should be a little better. Is there any other trip that you guys are looking forward to besides the pool? There's a couple of good ones coming up.
What I'm looking for is to going to the water park.
Oh,
Me
Camelback,
too.
Camelback. What
I-
about you?
I actually went there for my birthday once.
Ooh, you had a little birthday party. You went with a lot of family. No, just you and your
Have
parents.
friends.
And your friends. David, have you ever been there to Camelback?
No.
Have you been to Camelback before?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I did.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things to do. A lot of water rides. There's a lazy pool. There's a wave pool.
There is one that you get to go down with a mat.
Yeah,
And you have to go
oh,
down.
we call that one the slide. There's a couple of nice rides, and then I spend most of my day in the wave pool. I like the wave pool. So you'll have a lot of fun.
Oh,
But
and
that day you're gonna be very tired.
there's one that you get to sit up in the air and then you get to like float up.
Float up. Which one is that?
The one that you get to sit on it is not a roller coaster or a
Okay.
water
It's like
slide.
like a tube,
No, it's not a tube.
So what is it?
It has like a seat and you're up in the air like
and then you go straight down.
yeah. No, you're sliding.
Oh, I don't know that one. Maybe it's a newer ride, but I don't really go on a lot of the rides when we go over there. But that's definitely a good trip to go to. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, thank you for doing this podcast for your first timers. Muchas gracias. I know sometimes it's not easy. You want to say your goodbyes so we could get out of here?
Bye.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
We're out of here.